Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Hollow Knight. A wonderful journey through a whimsical world. Can be a bit of a pain in the ass sometimes, but for the most part, things work out well. Now, last time, I beat the Soul Master, completed the Soul Sanctum, and sort of looped my way back around through the fungal wastes, and now I'm making my way back up because I think it would be useful. Now, this sign here is not for like a bench or anything like that. Well, as I destroy the sign, sorry sign. It's letting you know that there is a tram here. A tram is an alternative source of fast traveling. Now, unlike the stagways, the trams are very limited and very specific where they go. In fact, offhand, I can only think of 5 tram stations. There might be more, but I can't think of any more right this second. It's really more relevant for the later game areas, getting around from place to place there. Until that point, it's really just a nuisance for being a place that you can't get to. But no big deal. Pogo these assholes. And again, you noticed, and I mentioned this last time, that Gathering Swarm is so good you don't even have to wait for the Geo to come to you. As long as it's picked up by your swarm, and this is so genius because they could have easily forgotten to code this in. The outlook of it is, if your swarm has the Geo, you have the Geo. It doesn't even matter if it happens off camera, because look, there was 1 Geo there, extra. So good. Just a sign that so much thought went into the development process of this game. More thought than, a lot of AAA developers really. So many things go under the radar. But with Hollow Knight, I cannot emphasize enough how great this place is. Hallownest is one of the most enjoyable experiences I've had in a Metroidvania style map. So the Ancestral Mound, I wonder if the Shaman's going to say anything about the friend that I found in the overgrown mound in Fog Canyon / Queen's Gardens. Where were you at? Aha! I'm sensing new power about you. One that'll crack the rock beneath us. A useful thing for one looking to travel ever deeper. So, that's mentioning the Desolate Dive that I got last time from the Soul Master. My third uncle used to possess similar abilities. He also possessed a ferocious temper. Ho, what a dreadful combination. Similar abilities, a ferocious temper. I wonder if we're gonna find your uncle at some point. Pried a spell out of my larger cousin, did you? Aren't you the charming one? She's not usually the generous sort. Certainly not as giving as myself, but she does have that wonderful voice. It's no surprise her spells take on such oral force. So, that is the... hang on a second. Oh god, what is it called? I know it's upgraded form, because yes, you can upgrade these. The Howling Raids. So he mentions the little spells and stuff that you learn along the way. Alright, so he doesn't need anything more from me, and I guess I'll be on my way. I'm already almost 5 minutes in, so I'd like to be quicker if I can. Now, I have access to a wall jump. There was a place that I could wall jump that I didn't really explore any, but I really should now that I think of it. Although, in saying that, it probably wouldn't be the best idea to do so, because I haven't sat down at a bench, and my own design mandates that I not sit at that bench. Very curious. It's got sunlight peeking through. Oh. Sneaky, sneaky. A small little geocache. Small little, as if those aren't the same thing, you stupid idiot. You guys just keep dancing around me, Geo. Oh, we've got one of those things again. Very curious. Ow. So I might make my way back around after I get my reward from the Grub Father. Make it rain. Whee! Oh. Did you just drop something for me? Right. I'm rich, kind of. Grub Song. He dropped a charm. Of course he would. Of course there would be charms involved in this too, right? Of course. Well, there's a chain here. So we can use the button to go up the chain, or for some style points. There's the Hellenist seal. Oh man, that's really grim. This bug almost made it. Almost made it back up to the surface and died here. Damn. Oh, hello, random person. Pale thing. You wear that nail with ease. If you're in search of combat, you'll find no great warriors in this decaying burrow. I've heard an arena exists somewhere below, one built for our like. Meet me there, and we'll test what skills you possess. I'll be heading down soon. Come and find me if you dare. Whoa. Ease up, edgelord. Hellenist. What challengers await in its ruin? I don't know, Professor Snape. We're gonna have to find out. I hope you aren't too disappointed by our little town, traveler. Though it's now a solemn place. Once we were much more welcoming. Entry to the kingdom was forbidden long ago, supposedly after some great calamity. Many gates were closed, but our old well remains as a way to creep back in. Over the years, all kinds used the well to wriggle into the ruins. Wanderers, thieves, adventurers. Funny how few ever come back up. Perhaps they find what they're looking for. Ah, I'm not so naive. No doubt, they've all been gobbled up. There are countless dangers in those depths. Very true, Elderbug. Very, very true. That's why you gotta... Oh, only 150? Cool. Let's get another point of health, shall we? Another mask. Another hit. And again, I was thinking to myself, oh my god, this is like a quarter of the Whizpig pendant. What is this? This has got to be something... No, there really is nothing to it. It's just heart pieces of heart. That's all they are. Eventually, you do want to buy everything that Sly has on offer. But... hang on a second. Do I have any vessel fragments? I don't. I don't. I think what I want to do is go back to Salubra. Go back to Salubra. And maybe on the way I'll visit Mila again. I can go into the area next to her, because now that I have Desolate Dive, I can. But I'm going to do a little bit of exploring, because I'm nearing, not quite there yet, but I'm nearing a big turning point in the game's map. And I think it would be a good idea to sort of exhaust all this stuff prior to. So let's see how Nummy Girl Mila is doing, shall we? In fact, let me get some Geo along the way. I really should have been killing them, because I need 500 for the next notch from Salubra, and I might also want to buy Long Nail, which means I need 77 more. Alright, well. Let's take a look. Nummy, nummy. Wait, what? She's not singing anymore? She's not mining anymore. What does this mean? It's just silence. And take a look at her eyes. Remember what I said earlier about all the enemies in the game having this like eerie golden glow in their eyes rather than just being the black-eyed buggies? Bury my body, cover my shell. What meaning in darkness? Yet here I remain. I'll wait here forever till light blooms again. She stopped mining and seems to have opened up some kind of a golden light. Bury body, cover shell, darkness, no meaning, dangerous, still remain, light again. Something's wrong with her. Something's very, very wrong with her. No more nummy nummy cheerful singing voice. That's harsh, game. Take away one of the most wholesome parts of the early game. So, it's very clear that Mila has stumbled across something ominous. And in fact, if you sequence break, you'll be able to find a way to view her thoughts right now. You can't do that by normal means based on what the game intends for you to do. But once you get Desolate Dive, and basically your next stop is the mines next to Mila. That's the point in the story's narrative where she stops being cheerful, nummy nummy miner and starts to get a little bit disturbed. It's very unfortunate, but what are you gonna do? Sadness. Very, very sad. But prior to that, you can come back and visit her, and she'll be your cheerful singing. I think she might even have additional lines. I should have come back and visited her. But I was thinking about that before I did the Soul Sanctum, but I figured, you know, that would be a really out-of-the-way trip. But as I said, there are ways that you can sort of fumble your way backwards into a very important item in the game that allows you to read people's thoughts. And I guess you could actually get that prior to her even starting to lose her sanity. So you could probably go and thwack her with it, read her thoughts as she's, you know, cheerful, nummy nummy girl, and then read her thoughts in this phase. But this phase of Milo does not last very long. In fact, I think once you're done with the area she's right next to, the next and final phase of Mila's descent into madness completes, which is very, very sad. So let's at least buy a charm notch, make this trip worth my while. I can't buy the long nail, but you know what? I'm about to get something better. So let's use, for the first time, quit to menu. And go back to where I last sat at a bench, which should be right next to Leg Eater. Fungal wastes, yep. Now, just because it takes me all the way back here, it does not mean that the stuff that I've gotten, I've lost any progress on. In fact, much like Dark Souls, the game will auto-save a lot as you go, and when you save and quit to menu, the only thing that happens is you arrive back at the bench that you last sat at. So it's a really good time saver if you're speedrunning. Lots of people will strategically pick what benches to sit at. So, yeah. Useful, useful, useful. God damn it. The acid. Stay mindful. Be mindful of the living force, young Padawan. Alright. Let's go to Mantis Village, shall we? It's all okay. Kill the little ones. They must die too. I don't care how cute they are. Alright, so you can see on the map, finally, I have not used this yet. I really should not have taken this long to equip it. But I can now see where I'm at. With a lovely little thing called a compass. Ow. That was not right. Does this door open up? I'm curious. In fact, I think it... Oh, shit. That could have been much worse than it was. About to die if I fuck this up. I think if I had gone just a little bit further into the City of Tears and not just ended at the Stagways, I think it would have led to... I'm just in a place, the gravesite. I think it would have led to this area, and I could have opened up a little bit more of the world. This is the problem. You know, when you go the Stagways, you sort of lose track of where you are going linear-wise. But I think, based on where it spits you back out, maybe the game does intend for you after you blast off from the Soul Master, and after you blast off, but after you go to the Soul Master, you get his Desolate Dive, and if the City of Tears does spit you back out right here, I'm really curious, because it gives you two directions. It gives you the Forgotten Crossroads, and you can come back out and go down instead to Mantis Village. It really is all up to choice. And Cloth is gone. She has moved on. So, we'll see her again later. Bounce off the shrooms. Do the thing. Go down slowly. Don't dunk into acid, although there is no acid, it's just an enemy. Don't get hit by the plume of shit. Alright, and here's the way back to the City of Tears, which is now permanently blocked off. That statue that I had to put the city crest into will not open the door ever again. So the only way to get out of the City of Tears at that point is to have Desolate Dive and bash through the ceiling on the other side of that statue. So for right now, yeah, it really is interesting because even at this point, I'm not sure there's an intended order. Because after you beat the Soul Master, you get Desolate Dive. It spits you back out here. And now that you're conceivably, or most likely stronger from going to the Nailsmith one time, and you can hit stuff harder, maybe you are equipped to take on the dangers of what's ahead. What is ahead, I wonder? Well, it's about to become very clear. Let's go back to Mantis Village. Ow. Stupid idiot. I do need to sit down and get something from my charm list. So let's kill the mantises. Mantids, manti, manto, mantum, I don't know. What's the plural of mantis? Mantises? Probably. It's Let's Play that really cause you to ask the hello? They bring the real questions out. The true questions. The correct questions. Alright. Let's go deeper into Mantis Village. Get back to that bench for God's sake. And I do need to equip that that shaman stone. That would be very helpful. I am not fighting these guys well anymore. Guys or ladies, what gender are the mantises? I'm curious. Are they all women? Or only some of them? Hard to say. Fuck! Straight into the fucking drink and dead. Alright. Let's sit down. And remember, where I got that, oh, what was it? There was something that I got, and I forget exactly what it was. It wasn't Spore Shroom. Maybe it was Dash Master. Maybe where you got Dash Master. I'm going to get rid of the compass so that I can make room for the Shaman Stone. But first, we remember somebody in need. Got that golden haze around her. Well, it's not good. Let's hope that she's not too far gone, like Mila is. Hope. Aha! So. Now, just because I could have gone through that little invisible wall there and further into this area does not mean that I could have actually completed it without the wall jump. So you need the Mantis Claw to really do anything here, anything of note. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Die, 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 my darling. Okay. You need the Mantis Claw to even really do anything over here. To rescue the lass. So, let's rescue her. Little bit tricky, but not that bad. Alright. Boom! And there we go. Hey girl, you okay? Oh, please don't leave me behind. You forgot about me? I knew you would. Everyone always forgets about me. Hey, I'm not forgetting about you. Oh, who are you? Your face. You're so... Oh, I'm sorry. I got lost. I don't know how I ended up here. Bretta is her name. You came to rescue me? Bretta? The girl that everyone just ignores? Sorry. When I look at your face, I just can't believe you came from all the way down here to rescue me. I didn't think anybody... Sorry, thank you, I'd better go. Back to town, I'd better get home. Okay. Thank you. Alright, well, we rescued somebody. She's gonna go back to town. And she's going to do absolutely nothing. We have just rescued a creepy, obsessive, not stalker, but, well, you know, she's got kind of stalkerish tendencies that I'll get to in a second. Well, not in a second, but later on. Brett is a little bit creepy. She becomes very taken with the night. very taken. And you might think, oh, it's a cute little Lovestruck fan. No, 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 no. This one is creepy as fuck. Oh my god. Creepy as fuck. So, back into Mantis Village, where I'm going to be entering a much more difficult section. I think at this point, is where you're really expected to have a nail upgrade. 1 is fine. You don't need more than that, but 1 is recommended because you start getting overwhelmed with the numbers in here. You really are entering their prime nest, and it's not great. And I'm just sort of messing around and going in all the wrong places, so... How did I not kill you? Whatever. So, a lot of locked doors, and I mean a lot of locked doors. So you gotta sort of make your way through everything. Kill the mantises as you go. Get all that fat geo. Open up the gate, and let's go right. Hello. Huh? You lousy little worm, you. It even says there's a bench this way. How dare you? How dare you tell me no? Alright. Let's kill all of these young mantises. Stop their nonsense. Now, I have the Shaman Stone equipped. Vengeful Spirit, as I mentioned before, has a much wider area of effect now. As do, I'm pretty sure, all of the Knight's abilities. So, in addition to making them stronger, they also have a much wider area, which means nailing groups of enemies is that much easier. Ooh, there's some geo.
That's a lot of geo.
I think going without the compass here was a good idea because the Shaman Stone is a really worthy investment. Now I'm sort of opening it all back up. Not that much platforming to do. Besides my fucking nose. Oh, hang on. Let's open this up. Alright. Now I come to something interesting. 3 Mantis Lords. Or are they ladies? I'm not sure. Huh. They really don't want me progressing. What are they guarding? What, I wonder? Well, it seems we cannot speak with words. Let us speak with battle. It's treason, then. The Mantis Lords. Ow. Alright. Shit. So, this battle is all about staying ahead of the Mantis Lord. Get used to the attack pattern. Shit, that's gonna attack from low. It's gonna attack from high. But there's only one attacking me. What's going on here? Shouldn't this be... Is this a gauntlet match? Not quite. Oh, I got her. But wait, it's not over. Now it's 2 at once. I would dare say that this phase is even easier than the first. It might seem hectic at first, but the attacks overall, I mean, you gotta stay moving, obviously. Ow, okay. Well, I guess there are not always safe spots there. But just stay moving. It's not that big of a deal. Nice. I don't want to waste soul here. Well, there's no soul to waste. I'm not gonna die to these fuckers. They're not that bad. There can be situations where you can hit them twice. Or rather, hit both of them at once. But you get a shot in with Vengeful Spirit when you can. Just keep going. And now it's just one-on-one. We've been through this before. Not a big deal. This music, though. This music, though. That's the Mantis Lords. Alright. Seems that I've earned their respect. Look at them give me a bow of respect, and they've opened the door. Interesting. So that's the Mantis Lords. I enjoy that fight. At first, when I first did it, it was like, oh my god, what's happening? The more you learn to sort of be patient and observe your enemies, get used to their attacks, you know, spend some time acquainting yourself with what they do. And what once seemed impossible becomes much less difficult to deal with. Just with a little bit of patience, a little bit of observation, and now what? So I've earned the respect of the Mantis Lords. I do want to go back in a bit and see what they were guarding, because it's a pretty big oh shit moment. Oh, I have earned their respect. They're not hostile anymore. Now you can attack them, and that will make them hostile, but for now okay, they have become very accommodating hosts. They aren't they haven't lost their sanity like most of Hallownest. They're just very prideful, territorial warriors. And once you earn their respect, they become good allies. Not really allies per se, but more just people that you can talk to. And now I have the Mark of Pride. So you remember the long nail that I got earlier? The Mark of Pride is like long nail on steroids. It increases your range with the nail even more than just oh my god, make it fucking rain. Thank you. Oh, that is great. The long nail is the cheaper version of the Mark of Pride. Now the Mark of Pride costs one more notch, but its range is a lot more noticeable than the long nail. And yes, they can stack. If you're willing to put 5 notches towards your melee ability, that's perfectly fine. You can. So again, I'm really kind of wondering what the game's intended order is, because presumably, there's a spot that leads up to the City of Tears that you've just opened up, like a large, heavy door. But yeah, the mantises are just all passive now. Can't hurt you unless you attack them again, but don't attack them. Don't be a dick. Don't be a dick. So the Mantis Lords have opened the way for me. What the fuck am I doing? Where am I going? I don't know. I don't know video games. How about that music, though? That is such a good boss theme. There's an even better version of the Mantis Lord's boss theme. And look, they always come by and give you your due respect at that point. They acknowledge you as a true warrior. This peace is what all true warriors strive for. Oh, hello. We've gone out of the fungal waste and into something far, far more sinister. Deep Nest. Oh, there's a mask fragment. Deep Nest is a real pain. The enemies here are a lot hardier than anything you've encountered so far. This place gives me the creeps. Vicious little creatures burst out all over the place, and the passages are a dark, twisting maze. Unless you're well prepared, I'd urge you to leave. Though if you're feeling strong enough to descend, would you like to buy my map? So Cornifer has his... You don't even have to find him. He's at the very entrance of Deep Nest. What a horrid warren of angry beasts. It's going to take a whole lot of effort to climb out of this dark pit. I think I'll hide here a little longer. So, this place even scares Cornifer. He was willing to mess around in the fungal wastes. Mantises didn't scare him too much. He just acknowledged, oh, I'm a little bit portly to be doing this. I think that was not intended. But so what? All I got was a little bit of geo. Now, Deep Nest is very... You want to tread with purpose, but be very careful. Unless you have the lantern, the Lumifly lantern, you can't even really do anything here because it's dark, dark, dark everywhere. Yeah, this is... These aren't even spikes anymore. I mean, there are some spikes here, but these are not even spikes. They're primal spined insects that just serve as obstacles now. So, welcome to hell. Thy name is Deep Nest. There are... oh, and the music too. Holy shit. The music gives me the willies because it's not even music. It's this ambient... fucking... Ugh. These things are invincible, by the way. So you need to keep moving in order to avoid them. There's a lot of collapsible passages, which is why I say tread lightly, but tread with a purpose, because if you sort of go too slow, something will collapse, usually into spikes. This place does not mess around. Ow. Really? The enemies aren't that hardy, which is one of the reasons why having the Shaman Stone is a really good idea, because it does make them a little bit easier to contend with. You can thwack them a little bit with your nail, which is always good, but it takes 3 hits even with upgraded, so... But at least with 1 nail upgrade, you're pretty well set. Oh no, we've even got spiders too. Jesus, where the hell? Oh god, Jesus, what is happening here? Quick, use Desolate Dive. Desolate Dive has iframes. You want to take advantage of those. If you get in a situation where you're surrounded by enemies and you're just going to take hits, my best advice would be to spam the hell out of Desolate Dive. Keeps gathering Swarm to get that from afar. That's fine. And this is what I was saying before. There's a lot of collapsible passageways that sort of lead you into dead ends. You want to stay ahead of the giant centipedes. Stay ahead of them. They're invincible. Just let them go by. They're not going to attack you unless you get in their path. God. This place. And when you get to some of the later portions of it where the spiders start coming from the foreground and come and harass you, that's especially troubling. Because I hate spiders. Most people do. Let's get a quick heal going on here. I don't think we've hit the parts of Deep Nest where there are certain enemies here that are going to hit for double damage, but be mindful. At this point, you really should have at least 1 extra mask of health just to make yourself a little bit more potent, a little bit more hardy, and able to contend with some adversity, I should say. And if it looks like the area is probably going to drop off, that's because it probably is. So, always keep that in mind. But most of the time, or at least some of the time, so one Desolate Dive later sends these back to hell. You want to be careful with these collapsing areas, because sometimes it'll take you to where you need to go, but again, as I said before, sometimes it just leads into a spike pit. Or sometimes you just can't look ahead. So I think the glowy mushrooms are kind of helpful here. Sort of keep an eye on... Take things slow. For God's sake, take things slow. I should not be here. In fact, I've reached what wouldn't be a bad idea for a stopping point pretty soon. But, fuck. I do want to get a little bit further ahead, because there's a hot spring here. And that would be probably a good spot. Although I don't even remember where it is. So, fuck me. Oh, God. I don't even see the fucking enemy. Jesus. Dude, hello. Fuck. What are you doing? Stupid idiot. Right. Now I can go up. I don't think I want to go up. Actually, I just go up or down, I guess. Oh, God. Not having my compass here was a horrible idea. God. I'm looking at the centipedes and not noticing the real annoying assholes in my way. And there's that disturbing wailing going on in the distance. This place is not good. Not healthy. Not good. Just keep going. Ow, ow, ow. I swear to God, these things respawn. Well, I could go up, I can go left, I can go down. Well, I'm not going up. Or I'm not going left. Seems that there's a, locked off passageway here. And I think what I want to do here is go up. Keep out of the centipede's way. Yeah. Nice try, asshole. Up it is. So. It's fucking nasty. Ugh. Keep healed, keep healed. So far, this game has only had, like, a couple of really creepy things. Like, the Gru's mother having the young burst out of her fucking body. That is, really one of the few parts that gets disturbing. Deep Nest is disturbing all throughout. And again, I really get the feeling that I should not be here yet, but, you know, this is me tempting fate. It would suck to have my first death where I have 1,300 fucking Geo be in Deep Nest. But I think I want to keep going up. You're in the fucking doorway! What are you doing? Oh my God, they're everywhere. Ugh. How are there so many? Alright. Simple. This is Deep Nest. It's filled to the brim with these assholes. So yeah, I think continuing to go up is the play here. it'll get me out. I'm not sure I really want to explore a whole lot, but there is something that's connected to Deep Nest that I want... Shit. I wanted to get to it before the turning point in the game, because after the turning point, the thing is dead. So, just for lore reasons, I wanted to explore and have some fun. Shouldn't be too much longer, I think. I'm probably wrong. Fuck. What is an enemy? Where is the enemy? Alright, so I can't wall jump. And if I can't wall jump, I'm just sort of going up the slow way. That's the way back down to where I came from, I believe. These walls are very unstable, so... Look around, make sure that you're not hitting like an invisible passageway that's hidden. There's a lot of breakable walls in Deep Nest, as I recall, so... Oh, okay, and I'm out. That's Deep Nest. Not really. That's a small part of Deep Nest, but it leads back to the fungal waste. There's a lot more to do there, but the reason that I'm here is because of this. Oh, hello. Oh, dudes? So, this gentleman has those yellowish eyes, seems to be pussing something. Oh, radiant being, we are blessed. Your rays touch us. Your warmth fills us. Hallownest is born again, uniting in your blazing image. Oh, light is life, beaming, pure, brilliant. To stifle that light is to suppress nature. Nature suppressed distorts, plagues us. Embrace light, achieve union. Oh, So, the Moss Prophet, this is a Mosskin, who seems to have strayed from the path of Un, and has chosen another deity. Mentioned light, mentioned radiance. And with all of these goofy noises that he's making, I think this is a good stopping point. So, did a lot. Did the Mantis Lords, went through Deep Nest, got back out to the other side. What does this count as? Does this count as the Queen's Gardens? It totally does. This is back to fungal wastes. What part of it? Whoa, Jesus. That'll go back down to Deep Nest. But there is a breakable wall, which will lead and open up. Haha. This is where the grubby was. This is where I found the shroom charm. Hello? Do not have this be your first death, for the love of God. Oh, God. Alright, everything's cool. It's a good place to stop. So, interesting. Now, I wanted to come to this dude before... Yeah, I wanted to make a detour through Deep Nest so I could specifically talk to this guy, because he's very missable. If you don't go to Deep Nest, and as I said, the game seems to have an intended path where I would next go to where Mila's at, use the Desolate Dive to burst through rock and go into the mines. If you keep going on that pace, or on that route, and don't make a detour through Deep Nest, you won't see that guy, because stuff happens. But on that note, this has been another session of Hollow Knight, going through Hallownest. Hope y'all have enjoyed. Deep Nest gives me the willies. But it's nice to know that there are ways out than just the gate in Mantis Village. Good to keep in mind. So, with that, I will see you guys next time.